If you're someone who deals with a lot of negativity in your life on a day-to-day basis, like you get tired easily, you have so much to deal with which is not going great, and you feel exhausted, you feel drained at the end of the day, then this video is just meant for you. Welcome back, and I'm Pujita Singh, a certified life coach, NLP coach, and an author. What I wanted to cover for all my lovely viewers, especially for women, because she does so much at home and outside in her life, and also this applies for men, of course, because even these days they have started sharing a lot of load back home and also outside, of course, that they have been doing for a very, very long time. There is something that I wanted to share which I started implementing in my life for a little over a year now, and I thought it's time for me to come back and share with the larger world. Number one, anytime you feel exhausted, negative, angry, drained out, pissed off, tired, upset, any kind of a negative emotion, then try doing this. The first thing to remember when you start feeling this is to ask an important question. And the question is this, does this belong to me? Is this really mine? Is a question to ask, right? For example, I had an argument with someone and I am doing something else now, and I'm really upset with what I'm doing now. Like maybe if I'm talking to someone else, or maybe I'm doing some work and I'm still upset about what happened in the last conversation with that other individual, then the question to ask yourself is this really mine? When you ask this powerful, empowered question, what really happens is you realize that you are taking the load and the frustration of someone else. And when you have this realization as an awareness, the second important thing to do, if you're extremely negative and upset and angry, just take a glass of water, right? Preferably a glass, or preferably a steel glass, not a plastic one. Take a glass of water, right? And that water, take good amount of salt, right? You can take any rock salt. It doesn't have to be the eatable salt, right? Because you're going to throw this ultimately, what you're trying to do. So take rock salt, or rather take some salt, pour it in that glass, and just close your eyes and start sharing everything that happened with you at that given point in time. Whichever individual that you were upset with, right? Or whatever happened between you and that person. Share everything that's negative, or you want to let go, you want to release, you want to get rid of. Ensure that you pour all of that in that glass of water. You're speaking to that water. Remember, water does absorb these negativity because you're adding salt to it. Okay, so very clearly you're gonna let every other negative emotion that you're feeling right now, you're gonna speak to the water. If required, you can pour your hand in it, because anyways you're not gonna drink that water. You can pour your 1 or 2 fingers in it and speak everything that you want to release and let go, right? And when you feel lighter, when you feel better, is when you can pick that glass of water. Remember not to leave it unattended, okay? Because it's a complete negative water that it has absorbed everything that you had within you, and it's going to come and pour it in that water. So go back and flush that water immediately, right? Flush that water immediately, either in a sink or either outside the house. Choice is yours, but flush it out. You are not leaving it unattended. Now what happens when you do this? Salt is going to absorb everything that you're feeling negative, number one. Number two, it's not going to stay with you. You're going to sleep in couple of hours, or you're going to end your day, right? Wrap up your day. Are you going to sleep with those negative emotions? There are times when people go through so much in their lives, personally back home or maybe at work and things like that. You don't have to stay with those negative emotions. There are people who try this technique. There are people who start journaling and put everything and then scrap it or burn it. if you can't do that and you believe you're not a spiritual person or you don't have time to do that, just take a glass of water and pour salt in it. Don't forget to not to add salt. Please ensure you add the salt, and then start speaking everything that you want to release and let go. This is very, very powerful when you want to let go certain emotions and forgive someone. You cannot move on in life if you have so much within you. Nobody is gonna get hurt except you yourself, which is gonna translate into diseases. Okay, so go back and try this technique. Let me know in comment section, how do you feel? Maybe try this for the next 11 to 21 days or to 66 days if required. Any emotion that you want to work on. I'll take another classic example on how I use this in my personal life. If I wanted to forgive someone who is very hard to forgive, right? What I used to do, I used to take a glass of water. I used to preferably take a glass, not a steel glass. It used to be a glass, and then in that I used to add salt, and I used to speak about everything that I want to let go with that person. Okay, everything that I want to forgive that person for. I started feeling lighter and much better eventually, because it started absorbing in that glass. It started releasing from me, from my system, and I started feeling much lighter. Okay, so it's worth trying. You're not gonna lose anything. There is no side effects. There is no right or wrong way. If you intuitively feel something else to try, please do that. Right? It's all about your intuition. It's all about how are you taking care of yourself, and then you will feel so much different as an individual. If you have someone in your life that you're not able to forgive, if you have some kind of a frustration or anger on someone and you really don't want to let go because you're seriously still upset about the whole thing, try doing this. Or the third option that you can try is start affirming many a times that I want to let go of anything that is not serving me in my life. I want to let go of anything that is not serving in my life. I want to let go of anything and everything that is not serving in my life. When you start affirming these things, it starts releasing those conscious emotions that is there in your body at an unconscious level, and it starts making you lighter and feel better. When you start letting go your past is when you can create your present and future. If not, you will only manifest your past in the present and the future format. Do you like to be that way? Absolutely not. So try doing this and come back and let me know in the comment section what really you experienced and did it really help you. And if you need any help or suggestion or any guidance on something similar, more than happy to go back and help you out there. Thank you so much for listening to me as always patiently. Love you loads. Until then, bye-bye.